Good evening. Today I want to talk about George W. Bush and why his rankings should be higher than they are. When presidential rankings are released, George W. Bush often appears near the bottom, like we see on the Wikipedia page. But I want to suggest that these rankings aren't just flawed. They overlook major achievements that, in time, will matter far more than the controversies that dominate our memory today. First, consider the moment that defined George Bush's presidency and changed it from what he thought it may be. September 11th, the 9/11 attacks, devastating attacks on the World Trade Center. Bush faced the worst attack on American soil in modern history. And in those crucial hours, he stabilized a shaken nation. His leadership, symbolized by that bullhorn on Ground Zero, and everybody remembers and has seen those videos of him holding that megaphone on top of the rubble and stabilizing the nation, helped prevent panic, reassured markets, and unified the country at a time when division could have been disastrous. He also built the broadest international coalition since World War II, with NATO invoking Article 5 for the first time ever. And under his watch, despite repeated attempts, the United States did not suffer another major terrorist attack. That level of crisis leadership is something historians truly reward, because during that time, having a unified nation is very, very important. But perhaps Bush's most lasting legacy is not in war, but in humanitarian achievement. His PEPFAR program and the President's emergency plan for AIDS relief has saved over 25 million lives. AIDS was a serious issue in the United States, as we all know. It's the largest global health initiative dedicated to a single disease in history, embraced by every administration since. Add to this the Millennium Challenge Corporation, which pushed for democratic reforms abroad, and you have one of the greatest humanitarian presidencies ever recorded. Yet rankings barely acknowledge it. Domestically, too, Bush reshaped policy in ways that outlasted his time in office. No Child Left Behind, while imperfect, created nationwide accountability standards and contributed to closing achievement gaps. Medicare Part D, the biggest expansion of Medicare since its creation, has become one of the most successful and cost-effective social programs of the 21st century. These are not small achievements. They are structural and enduring. Critics focus on the Iraq War and the 2008 financial crisis, both bad things for the country, especially the 2008 financial crisis. Some say we might still be recovering from it. But context matters. The intelligence consensus on weapons of mass destruction was shared across the world by our allies and even our rivals. And the roots of the financial crisis predated Bush by decades. The housing, for example, stuff like that. Those loans were being given out for a while. Meanwhile, his administration TARP program helped prevent a total economic collapse, a fact economists widely recognize today. History has a way of revisiting presidents once emotions cool. Truman and Eisenhower were ranked low in their time, only to rise dramatically as the long-term impact of their decisions became clear. George W. Bush belonged in that same category. His contributions to global health, counterterrorism reform, bipartisan legislation, and crisis leadership are achievements of real historical weight. And for that reason, it is time to reconsider his place in the presidential rankings and to recognize that George W. Bush deserves to stand higher than he is often placed today. Thank you.